I was finishing school. I wanted to be an RCMP officer. I was young and I hadn't seen any like really horrendous stuff in my life. For me, culture is food. I've had a lot of Hakka food, and we have one fusion item on our menu, which is the Hakka taco. We had gone through so many waves of just being broke and almost giving up.
What does being a father mean to you?
It is the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Cole Fogel here, and today on my channel with Mr. Eddie here. What's your full name, Eddie?
My name is Edgar, actually. Edgar Enrique Gonzalez. It's a Mexican name. I've been in Taiwan for 20 years this month.
Where are you from, first of all?
Parents are from Mexico, immigrated to Canada. I am from a small town called Kitimat, BC. It's in northwest British Columbia, about a 4-hour drive from Alaska.
What brought your parents from Mexico to Canada?
So what happened was a Canadian guy went to teach English in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So he met my aunt, who's my dad's older sister. Fell in love, blah, 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 married, and brought her back to Canada.
Oh,
right? And then
that's so cool.
She was called my dad and my uncle, and they're like young, broke in Mexico. My dad was a struggling musician. He just got married, and they had my older sister already, and they were, tight. So she's like, you know what? There's this town, it's called Kitimat. There is an aluminum smelter factory, and they are hiring. He went by himself. He loved it, and then my dad got the job. He started working, and then brought my mom and my sister to Canada.
Cool.
Then they got a little apartment, and then they made me.
So some random dude went to Mexico to teach English, brought your aunt to Canada, and poof, there's your family.
My Uncle John, man. My Uncle John, Theo John.
Thank you, John.
So it's been 5 years since I've been home. We were due this Christmas, but we didn't go.
Traveling got expensive,
right?
right?
So we'll wait till the summer.
Has your mom and dad been here in that time that you haven't been there?
No, my mom's been here once when my daughter was born 10 years ago.
You got one kid?
I got one. Yeah, I got one little girl.
And how old is she?
She is 10.
Is a 10-year-old girl a handful? Because a 12-year-old boy is a handful for me.
You know what? I just had this conversation with one of my customers. She has 3 boys, and they're big now. But she was just like, whoo, when they were all little.
Good job.
But for me, like a girl is so easy. Like she's so chill.
What brought you to Taiwan originally?
Okay. So I was finishing school. I wanted to be an RCMP officer. Just wanted to help people. I got all the way to the final interview. Long story short, failed that because I was young and I hadn't seen any like really horrendous stuff in my life. So they said, okay, well, you didn't pass this, but you can reapply in 2 years.
Oh.
So I was like, what should I do for 2 years? They're like, get life experience. So I came here.
This is definitely life experience.
Yeah, but now I don't want to be an RCMP. I'm happy now. I was coaching soccer in Canada, and I took a team from Canada to Mexico. I did a lot of soccer. I was a pretty good soccer coach. Came out here. I coached soccer here for many years as well. And then I also teaching English. Those kids are still in touch with me now. They're like 25.
That's so cool.
It's crazy. Yeah.
But that shows you that you actually touch their hearts, you know?
True. My soccer kids, same thing. I just got invited to one of their weddings. Yeah,
oh my
same
God.
thing.
One of the kids that you taught's wedding.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
That's so beautiful.
It's crazy, right? So there's that. And so I've had mostly a good experience here. People are great. Weather's nice. Cost of living can be cheap. Everything's good, man. It's beautiful here.
So how many years into being here did you meet your lady?
So I think the second or third year, we met like as friends. 2 friends introduced us. So one of my best friends was dating one of her best friends, and their birthday was on the same day.
Oh.
So it was like a big party.
Cool.
And
I think that's the best way to meet people.
Yeah, so they introduced us, and it was good. Yeah. And we were friends for a while, and I said, you know what, let's...
Is she from Taipei?
She's from Miaoli. She's
Miaoli.
Hakka. She's Hakka from
Hakka.
Miaoli. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So she's good with a lot of stuff, with business and numbers, and she's organized, which is the opposite of me, so which is good. I'm not organized.
Opposites attract, right?
Yeah.
Like, did you learn a lot about the Hakka culture being married to her or knowing her?
For me, culture is food.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of Hakka food. My mother-in-law makes this amazing like kong roll, like this Hakka pork, and she taught me how to make it, and we have one fusion item on our menu, which is the Hakka taco, which is the Hakka.
Kong Ro is one of my favorite.
So it sells quite well and it's delicious. Yeah.
Cool.
So we started 15 years ago in a night market with a stand.
Was it Mexican food?
Mexican food, burritos and quesadillas, horchata.
Before the stand, did you have experience with making Mexican food from your parents?
I cooked with mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was some of it inherited from that time?
Yeah, it was. The coolest thing is when my mom came to visit and she ate, she loved it. She's like, this is great.
Cool.
This tastes just like our food. I'm like, well,
Yeah,
it is
of
our
course.
food.
Yeah, okay, so the stand, how long was that for?
That was a year, 1 year, just about a year.
Yeah, and then from there?
And then we went to a really small restaurant in Danshui. So we did that for the small restaurant for about 3.5 years. We took a little restaurant in Tianmu, which is this area. We had a good chance for that, so we took that. And then we had one there and this one. We had two at one time in this area. Eventually, we closed the other one, and now it's just this one, but we will expand again for sure. We had gone through so many waves of just being broke and almost giving up, and my wife and I, we built this together. So
that's beautiful.
So it's beautiful, but it also means we're together 24/7, which means
is there a little bit of fighting from time to time?
A little bit. Yeah, like today.
Yeah, it happens.
We fought, So once we closed the other one, I started the podcast, and I love the customers that I meet, and I love the people that I meet.
I think this adds so much to your restaurant.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone laughed. They're like, "What the hell?"
It's a piece of you that you bring into the restaurant.
Yeah. So I love it. I love this restaurant. Yeah. It's amazing.
Married, child, restaurant owner, podcaster.
Yes.
How do you find the time to do it all? I mean, you must have days where you just pass out on your bed.
I sleep well.
Yeah, you sleep well, right?
I sleep very well. Yeah. Because I try to live a healthy balance. A healthy balance. I go to the gym in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. I take my daughter to school, and then I walk to World's Gym up here and do my thing, and then then I kind of start my day. So I try to eat healthy, but it doesn't always happen.
Do you find it challenging to raise a kid in Taiwan, or do you find it to be a pretty easy experience?
In this area, it's fantastic for kids. My daughter goes to public school. She grew up in a restaurant, so social skills through the roof.
Yeah, you meet customers
all day. You got to talk to people. Yeah, good people, bad people. Yeah, normal people, weird people, whatever.
It's multicultural for her.
A lot of homework in public school. That's the killer. That's the part that I'm not a fan of.
Do you think that they go a little bit too heavy with the homework?
Way too much. Yeah. Grade 4, her grade 3-4 teacher was an older guy who was like lots of homework.
Old school.
I'd be like, how many homeworks do you have today? She'd be like, I have 7.
Oh my God.
7? That's like 3 hours for a freaking 8-year-old kid. But her, what is it now? No, her 5-6 teacher. A
little bit more chill.
A young guy. I think he's younger than me.
Could be a good thing.
It's been good because there's way less homework. Now it'll be like 2.
Does she go to Anshin-ban or Bushi-ban or anything like that?
I was really against that in the beginning, but I can't help her with it. And my wife, when they do it together, they fight.
You mean her going to an extra class? It helps.
It helps. It's just like the homework class. Yeah, because we can't help.
I mean, we can, but it'll be a lot of screaming and crying.
And more time. And a lot more time. Yeah. I just say you have to finish your work before you play. That's it.
What I say to my boys is sometimes it's good to be able to do things that you don't want to do. It makes you a stronger person.
Yeah, that's good too.
And
that makes sense.
I let them know I don't really agree with all this work that you're getting, but if you can train yourself to do it, then everything will be easier.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
What does being a father mean to you?
It is the most fun I've ever had in my life. It's my second childhood, but I can buy the stuff I want. So my daughter has a YouTube channel where she streams Roblox.
Cool.
And the reason is because I have all this stuff already.
I mean, what do you love about Taiwan?
I love the people. I love the weather. I love... there's not much that I would say driving sucks, because the traffic. I'm trying to think of, there's not much that I don't like. You're living on vacation almost. I don't know. It's a good spot, man. I love it here.
What is the first thing you're going to do when you get home?
I hug my mom.
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna.
Oh, dude, don't do that.
I've been drinking because
my voice is gonna change and the tears are coming, dude. I
haven't seen my mom. I haven't been home in almost 4 years, but 5.
It's
damn.
a long time. I know. I'm gonna get tears now if we keep talking about it.
Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah, I miss my mom. Yeah.
We miss you, moms.
Love you, mom.
All right, final question.
Yeah.
So, if money was no object, What is your ultimate goal?
First, I have to take care of my family, right? That's the most important thing, you know,
Yeah.
like all my family. Family aside, I love kids. Teaching kindergarten was my favorite thing ever.
So awesome.
I love
yeah.
it. I love it. I love kids. I would love to have an orphanage.
Oh, dude.
An orphanage. That's
well,
what I'd love to do.
Dude, I wish I could somehow help you with that. That would be so cool.
An orphanage to help, you know, the underprivileged kids. That's what I want. Yeah. And then I would love to build the restaurant into some kind of a franchise, like where they're all over. And then the kids from the orphanage have a chance to own a business, run a business. That's the ultimate for me.
That sounds beautiful. I think if you can actually feel the joy of the idea, you've already put it out to the universe, is my feeling.
Yeah, I think we're a lot alike, man. I appreciate
man.
you coming, and I appreciate being on your channel. And don't forget to subscribe to this man's fantastic channel.
I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Don't forget to come from a place of love, to visualize, to have dreams, and think about the things that you want, not the things that you don't want. And any final words?
Just be good to everybody.
All right, catch you next time.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.